In any situation, connecting with others begins with understanding the essence of human interaction. We must recognize that every individual carries a unique perspective shaped by their experiences, emotions, and thoughts. To truly connect, we must approach each interaction with empathy, patience, and an open heart. We start by being present. Often, when we communicate, our minds are distracted by a myriad of thoughts. We are physically there, but our attention is scattered. To connect deeply, we must practice the art of presence. This means listening not just with our ears, but with our whole being. When you listen, do you truly hear the words being spoken, or are you already formulating your response? By fully engaging in the moment, we honor the other person's presence and create a space where genuine connection can flourish. Active listening is more than just hearing words. It involves understanding the emotions and intentions behind them. Reflect on the last conversation you had. Did you acknowledge the other person's feelings? Did you try to understand their perspective? Genuine connection requires us to step out of our own viewpoints and immerse ourselves in the other person's world. This empathy builds bridges of understanding and trust. Communication is not just about speaking, it's about the exchange of energies. Our body language, tone of voice, and even our silence convey messages. Are you aware of the nonverbal cues you send? These cues can either open doors to deeper understanding or build walls of misunderstanding. By being mindful of our own nonverbal signals and interpreting those of others, we can enhance our ability to connect. In any interaction, vulnerability plays a crucial role. When we allow ourselves to be open and honest, we invite others to do the same. This mutual vulnerability fosters a deeper level of connection, but vulnerability requires courage. Are you willing to share your true feelings and thoughts, even if it means risking rejection or judgment? This openness can transform superficial interactions into meaningful connections. Understanding our own emotions is equally important. When we are aware of our emotional state, we can better manage our reactions and respond more thoughtfully. Emotional intelligence involves recognizing our own emotions, understanding their impact, and regulating them in a way that enhances our interactions. Are you in touch with your emotions? And do you understand how they influence your behavior? Connection also involves acknowledging and respecting boundaries. Every individual has their own limits and comfort zones. By respecting these boundaries, we show that we value the other person's autonomy and feelings. Have you considered the boundaries of those you interact with, and do you respect them? This respect creates a safe space for connection to thrive. We must also cultivate patience. Deep connections do not happen overnight. They require time and consistent effort. Are you patient with the process, or do you rush to form bonds? By allowing connections to develop naturally, we lay a stronger foundation for lasting relationships. Moreover, authenticity is key. When we are true to ourselves, we attract others who resonate with our genuine self. Pretending to be someone we are not only leads to superficial connections. Are you authentic in your interactions, or do you wear masks to fit in? Authenticity invites others to connect with the real you, fostering deeper and more meaningful relationships. Lastly, gratitude plays a significant role in connection. When we appreciate the people in our lives and express this gratitude, we strengthen our bonds. Do you regularly show appreciation for those around you? Gratitude enhances our relationships and creates a positive cycle of giving and receiving. Let's now shift our focus to another crucial aspect of connection: understanding the impact of our past experiences on current interactions. Our histories shape our perceptions and reactions. By reflecting on how our past influences our present, we can break free from patterns that hinder our ability to connect. Healing the past. Transforming connections through self-awareness. As we continue, it's essential to recognize how our past experiences shape our present interactions. Our histories, filled with both joys and traumas, significantly influence how we connect with others. By becoming aware of these influences, we can transform our connections and foster deeper, more meaningful relationships. Our past often dictates our reactions. For example, if we've experienced betrayal, we might approach new relationships with suspicion and guardedness. This defensive stance can create barriers, preventing genuine connection. To truly connect, we must confront and heal these past wounds. Ask yourself, how much of your current behavior is influenced by past hurts? By acknowledging these influences, we can begin to dismantle the walls they create. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of this healing process. It requires us to look inward and understand our triggers, patterns, and emotional responses. This introspection can be challenging, as it often brings to light uncomfortable truths. However, it is through this understanding that we gain the power to change. Are you willing to face your inner self and explore the depths of your emotions? Once we've identified these patterns, the next step is to practice self-compassion. Healing is not about blaming ourselves for past experiences, but about nurturing ourselves back to wholeness. Self-compassion involves treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a friend. Are you gentle with yourself when confronting your past, or do you fall into self-criticism? Forgiveness is a powerful tool in healing past wounds. This doesn't mean condoning the actions that hurt us, but rather releasing the hold that these memories have on us. Holding on to resentment and anger only perpetuates pain and hinders our ability to connect. Forgiveness frees us and allows us to approach new relationships with an open heart. Have you considered what or whom you need to forgive to move forward? Another aspect of transforming connections is understanding our attachment styles. Our early relationships with caregivers shape our expectations and behaviors in adult relationships. Secure attachment fosters healthy connections, while insecure attachment can lead to anxiety, avoidance, or dependency. By recognizing our attachment style, we can work towards healthier patterns of relating. Do you notice any patterns in how you form and maintain relationships? Healing the past also involves setting healthy boundaries. Boundaries are not about keeping people out, but about protecting our well-being. They define what is acceptable and unacceptable in our interactions. By setting clear boundaries, we create a safe space for ourselves and others, fostering trust and respect. Are your boundaries clear and respected in your relationships? It's important to remember that healing is an ongoing process. It requires patience and persistence. There will be setbacks, but each step forward brings us closer to greater self-awareness and stronger connections. Are you patient with yourself in this journey, allowing time and space for growth? Mindfulness practices can support this healing journey by keeping us grounded in the present. By focusing on the here and now, we can prevent past experiences from overshadowing our current interactions. Mindfulness helps us to respond rather than react, creating more thoughtful and meaningful connections. How often do you practice mindfulness in your daily life? Support systems play a crucial role in our healing process. Surrounding ourselves with empathetic and understanding individuals provides the emotional support necessary for growth. These relationships offer a mirror, reflecting back our progress and areas needing attention. Who in your life supports your healing and growth, and how can you strengthen these connections? In summary, transforming our connections through self-awareness and healing our past involves understanding how our histories influence our present, practicing self-compassion, forgiveness, recognizing attachment styles, setting boundaries, and embracing mindfulness. This journey of healing allows us to connect more deeply and authentically with others, fostering relationships grounded in understanding and respect. The art of communication, deepening connections through authentic dialogue. As we delve deeper, we come to understand that communication is the lifeblood of connection. It's not merely about exchanging words, but about sharing thoughts, feelings, and experiences in a way that fosters understanding and intimacy. Authentic dialogue requires us to be genuine, open, and attentive, allowing us to truly connect with others on a profound level. Effective communication begins with clarity. When we express ourselves, it's vital to be clear and concise, avoiding ambiguity that can lead to misunderstandings. This clarity involves not only the words we choose, but also the intention behind them. Are your messages clear, and do they truly convey your intended meaning? By focusing on clarity, we ensure that our communication is understood as we intend. Listening is the counterpart to speaking in communication. Active listening involves fully focusing on the speaker, understanding their message, and responding thoughtfully. It's about being present and showing that we value what the other person is saying. How often do you listen with the intent to understand rather than to reply? This shift in focus creates a deeper connection and shows respect for the speaker's perspective. Nonverbal communication plays a significant role in how our messages are received. Our body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice can either reinforce or contradict our words. Are you aware of the nonverbal signals you send during conversations? By aligning our nonverbal cues with our verbal messages, we create coherence and authenticity in our communication. Empathy is a cornerstone of meaningful communication. It involves putting ourselves in the other person's shoes and experiencing their emotions and perspectives. This empathetic approach fosters trust and connection, as it shows that we are truly engaged and concerned about their well-being. How can you cultivate greater empathy in your interactions? Asking open-ended questions is a powerful way to deepen conversations. These questions invite the other person to share more about their thoughts and feelings, promoting a richer dialogue. Instead of asking yes or no questions, try asking questions that begin with how, what, or why. How often do you use open-ended questions to encourage deeper conversations? Reflective listening is another important skill. It involves paraphrasing what the other person has said to ensure understanding and show that we are actively engaged. This technique not only clarifies the message but also validates the speaker's feelings and thoughts. Do you practice reflective listening in your conversations? And how does it impact your interactions? Honesty and transparency are crucial for authentic communication. When we speak our truth, we invite others to do the same. This honesty builds trust and fosters a deeper level of connection. Are you honest and transparent in your communications, or do you hold back out of fear or insecurity? Embracing honesty can transform superficial interactions into meaningful connections. Conflict is a natural part of any relationship, and how we handle it can either strengthen or weaken our connections. Effective communication during conflict involves staying calm, listening actively, and expressing our feelings and needs without blame. How do you approach conflict in your relationships? By handling disagreements with respect and understanding, we can resolve issues and deepen our connections. Feedback is an essential component of communication. Constructive feedback helps us grow and improve, while also strengthening our relationships. It's important to give feedback in a way that is respectful and supportive, focusing on specific behaviors rather than personal attacks. How do you give and receive feedback in your relationships? By approaching feedback with an attitude of growth and support, we enhance our connections. Finally, humor and lightness can greatly enhance our communication. Sharing laughter and joy creates positive bonds and makes interactions more enjoyable. How often do you incorporate humor into your conversations? By not taking ourselves too seriously, we can create a relaxed and pleasant atmosphere that fosters connection. In conclusion, the art of communication involves clarity, active listening, nonverbal alignment, empathy, open-ended questions, reflective listening, honesty, conflict resolution, constructive feedback, and humor. By mastering these elements, we can deepen our connections and build relationships that are rich in understanding and intimacy. The power of shared experiences, strengthening bonds through common moments. As we conclude our exploration, we turn to the profound impact of shared experiences in forging and solidifying our connections. Shared experiences create a tapestry of common memories, understanding, and trust that binds us closer together. These moments, whether grand or mundane, become the foundation upon which deep and lasting relationships are built. Shared experiences begin with presence and participation. Being fully present in activities with others allows us to create meaningful memories. This presence goes beyond physical proximity. It involves emotional and mental engagement. When was the last time you were fully present in a shared experience? By immersing ourselves in these moments, we demonstrate our commitment to the relationship. Common goals and activities provide a fertile ground for connection. Working together towards a shared objective or enjoying a mutual hobby fosters collaboration and unity. These joint efforts help us understand each other's strengths, weaknesses, and working styles, thereby deepening our bond. What shared goals or activities can you engage in with those you wish to connect more deeply with? Rituals and traditions are powerful tools for connection. They provide a sense of continuity and belonging, reinforcing the bonds we share. These can be as simple as a weekly dinner or as elaborate as annual celebrations. Do you have any rituals or traditions that strengthen your connections? By creating and maintaining these practices, we build a sense of community and shared identity. Overcoming challenges together can be particularly bonding. When we face difficulties as a team, we learn to rely on and support one another. These experiences build resilience and trust, showing us that we can depend on each other in times of need. Reflect on a challenge you faced with someone else. How did this experience impact your relationship? By embracing challenges together, we forge stronger, more resilient connections. Travel and exploration offer unique opportunities for bonding. Experiencing new places and cultures together broadens our perspectives and creates lasting memories. These shared adventures often reveal new facets of our companions and ourselves, deepening our understanding and appreciation of each other. How can travel and exploration enhance your connections? Sharing stories and personal histories also strengthens bonds. When we share our life stories, we invite others into our world, revealing our experiences, values, and dreams. This vulnerability fosters empathy and understanding, creating a deeper connection. How often do you share your personal stories with others, and how does it impact your relationships? Acts of kindness and support during everyday life are equally important. Small gestures of care and assistance demonstrate our appreciation and concern for others. These acts, though seemingly insignificant, accumulate over time, strengthening our bonds. What small acts of kindness can you offer to those around you? Celebrating achievements and milestones together creates a sense of shared joy and accomplishment. These moments of collective happiness reinforce our connections and remind us of the support and encouragement we have from others. How do you celebrate the successes and milestones of those in your life? Learning and growing together through shared educational or developmental experiences also enhances our connections. Whether it's taking a class together, reading the same book, or engaging in self-improvement activities, these shared pursuits foster intellectual and emotional growth. What opportunities for learning and growth can you share with others? Finally, reflection and gratitude for shared experiences solidify their impact. Taking the time to reflect on and express gratitude for the moments we've shared reinforces their significance and strengthens our bonds. How often do you reflect on and express gratitude for your shared experiences? By acknowledging and appreciating these moments, we deepen our connections and cultivate a sense of mutual respect and affection. In conclusion, the power of shared experiences lies in their ability to create common memories, foster mutual understanding, and build trust. Whether through presence, common goals, rituals, overcoming challenges, travel, sharing stories, acts of kindness, celebrating milestones, or learning together, these shared moments form the bedrock of deep and lasting connections. By embracing and nurturing these experiences, we create a rich tapestry of relationships that enrich our lives and the lives of those around us.